No. No, I haven't.
If you like crafting, you would love this place. It's got like every kind of crafting thing that you can imagine.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Where in Pretoria though? Like
I
you don't have to give me like a street address, but like a rough idea in Pretoria Central, more Centurion. Yeah, because Pretoria is a pretty big place, as we've learned since we started attending church there.
Give me 1 second. It's in Centurion.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Please don't tell people in Centurion they live in Pretoria. They tend to get very huffy about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They live in Centurion, not Pretoria.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. My
And they'll, and
bad.
they'll, and they'll say it in that tone of voice as well. No, they get quite happy about that. Guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to
For
quickly get
no
some drink
reason.
and then we'll start.
Cool, cool. I'll send you. I'll send you the link. You must just if you. We went there today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's really. It's got everything pretty much.
Okay, so you need to go there when you don't have money, or you need to go there when you have money to throw around.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, I actually saw. I've been. I think I've told you that I've taken up crochet. So I've actually crocheted two different types of little stars for my Christmas tree. So I like to color coordinate the Christmas tree. So I've got lots of decorations, and I'm doing like blues and browns or bronzes, blues and bronzes in the tree this year. So I've made little crocheted stars, two different variants of stars as well that I've put into the tree. So
Oh wow! You
kind of
must
fun
please
today.
show me. I also like to color coordinate everything in Christmas. So
Okay.
please, you must send me a picture.
I shall do exactly that.
I
Okay.
sent you the link.
Oh, thank you. Let me see. Sorry, I'm someone going to click on here now and go and have a look. I'll definitely send you a photo. I'll go and take one just now when I'll turn the lights on the tree and yeah, see if it picks up the all the different goodies on there. But yeah, we had a girl who boarded here with us for a few months. And December, she said to me, "Oh, can she please decorate the tree because she hasn't done it in ages?" And she literally put all of my decorations on the tree. So the first thing Christopher and Rita said when they got here is like, "Did you decorate this tree?" It's like, "No." Like, yeah, definitely not you. It's like, okay, yes. But yeah. So yes, so I've got silver and I've got colors, red, blue, purple. Then I've got silver, gold, and bronze that are the mix and match between the different colors. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
No, I get you. My mom's like that as well, where she'll kind of just put everything on the tree.
yeah.
Um, that she has. So she prefers different colors to me. She likes the silver and red.
Okay.
Um, and she puts like I don't know if you know that angel hair. That's what she
Yes.
calls it. But yeah, she puts that
Oh,
all over the tree. I can't stand that stuff.
it
In
makes
case
such a mess.
it does, and trying to take it off the tree when Christmas is finished, I can't.
Well, Christopher can tell you if I'm lying. 1 year, in a moment of absolute madness, I bought that gold angel hair. And we had three sausage dogs at that point in time. And they would
Oh.
Can I just say poop on a string?
pick this angel hair off the tree, and you'd have little uh, gift wrapped poops as angel hair. And it's like, that's it, never doing that again. Thank you very much. So, yes, promptly
Spaghetti.
removed it and never did it again.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. That's one way to scare you off of it, at least.
Very true. No, very, very true. So, first and last time we did that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to say first of all, we can, depending on how it goes next week. I know Eckard said he might not be able to make it next week, Thursday. If Eckard is able to make it, we'll continue with this. If not, we'll start with Weeby Goblins. I will send you guys your character sheets. You should be able to import them because I've created them already. To save you the hassle, you should be able to import them into what's it called?
Wanderer's Guide.
Wanderer's Guide, that's it. But I'm going to send you a character sheet as well as your Wanderer's Guide import. You'll use your character sheet for everything else, for keeping track of your health, your strength, your dexterity, and all of that. Those stats you'll use Wanderer's Guide, but stuff like your character traits and that, because they aren't listed in Wanderer's Guide, so I can't add them. Those you'll use your character sheet. But just to show you guys, I'm not lying. One quick thing, and then we can play. I don't know if you guys can recognize any of these
On what now? Wait.
on Owlbear.
Okay.
We have Chuffy.
There's Rita, Big Bad. I can see her.
There's Poog. There's Rita. And there's Mogmerch.
Mogmerch has a skull on his head.
He doesn't. You don't necessarily have to have it. That's just the picture that I got from there. That's their official picture. You got better stuff, I think. There you go. I am all prepped for that. I was telling Christopher and well, I spent most of today prepping as well. I'm pretty much prepped for either or. And what we'll do is we'll see what happens on the Saturday if we're going to meet up that Saturday. I think we may have to Saturday after that. We'll try and have a game on Thursday and then on Sunday, and then the week after that we'll play on the Saturday. We'll just continue the probably this campaign. So we'll have a quick one start off with Weeby Goblins. It actually works out pretty short. If I remember last time, Christopher, when you played Weeby Goblins, we finished it in a 3-hour session. But that group didn't talk as much. This group, again, I can't tell you guys enough how great you are.
3 to 5 sessions for this group.
Yeah. It should take one session, one, maybe 2, 3 to 5 for this group. But anyway, let's get going. I've already almost wasted half an hour of your time. Where we left you off, it was the morning. You guys had gotten up, you'd had some food. Gregor had to leave, left some parting gifts for some of you. The innkeeper did tell you that there's a festival on today. There's the Founders Festival, followed by the Founders Feast. Some of you promised to do some musical numbers in that. But he did mention that. You did notice that the kind of dwarf guy has disappeared. The dwarf chef disappeared. And there's only 2 waitresses this morning, not as many as there are usual. Does anyone want to say or do anything before you guys venture outside? I'll go through the group of Akari.
No, I think she's good. Just gonna eat
Yeah, you guys
pastry that Alpha gave her.
finish up your things. Alpha,
Alpha's good.
Evara,
Probably also just munching and thinking about her past.
trying to make those connections, trying to collect those memories that just need to be slipping that are almost there. Gnorbash,
Gnorbash, if I remember correctly,
Mhm.
he's finishing his scrambled eggs.
Yeah,
and that's
correct.
probably it.
correct? Is there anything else you want to do before you guys all finish your meals and venture outside?
I do have a question, but not from Gnorbash. Is
Okay,
he
go ahead.
already kind of part of the party, or does he kind of like to get part of it first
Not
before they
as
go on an
yet.
adventure together?
Not as yet. They'd have kind of spoken to him, but as yet not. I wouldn't really call him. Let's call him acquaintances at the moment. Not really part of the party. but he's more than welcome to share his information or his quest with them. Again, it's up to you. To try and make it might be easier to accomplish as a group than alone. But that's up to you entirely.
Okay, so
So
he's
I'll
not.
call you guys
technically
kind of
part of the group
acquaintances
yet.
at the moment.
I see. In that case, well, Gnorbash, while he's eating his scrambled eggs, still tries to make small talk with Oryn, but since his mouth is still full of eggs, it doesn't come out correctly.
See, touches like that make this group so cool. Lillith.
Well, I'm still wondering where that eight-legged hovering menace went to, so that's why I'm standing at the back.
Well, back up onto Lillith and disappeared.
Onto me and disappeared.
Onto Akari, don't worry.
Akari, sorry, onto
I was
Akari.
gonna say no. I'm
Onto
already
Akari.
close enough from the Mandalorian. Thank you.
Onto Akari. Oryn, wiping the eggs from her face.
Yeah.
Silent
Oryn is
with that.
probably yeah, she's just gonna try her best to understand like what Gnorbash is saying. You know, it'll probably be one of those situations like, how's the weather? And she'll be like, yes, I did sleep well, thanks. So yeah, but she'll probably just make small talk, eat breakfast, but otherwise she's good.
And while you're doing that, Silas will kind of pull up the leg of the chain, kind of just come and sit on your one knee, sit on your lap, and just kind of sit there, like bobbing his head, bouncing up and down on your knee, just playing around, not really doing much. And then he's going to kind of turn to you and kind of look out the window and kind of say, Lady Oryn, when can we go outside?
Oryn is just going to say to him, we are going to have breakfast first, and maybe then after that we'll see if we can take a walk around town.
He's going to nod his head and bounce up even more. Go, okay. Anyone else want to do anything? You guys kind of finish up your breakfasts, get a nice thing for the day, and then kind of Gnorbash kind of heads out the door first, and the rest of you kind of follow him out. I'll go back to change the scene. Back to the village. Oh, wrong one. Let's try that again. Wrong one. That's the one. My apologies. Got a
I
glimpse.
got PTSD from that image.
Okay, that's the Wimpy Goblins village. For those of you who don't know. Okay. And I need to add Gnorbash. Everyone else is here as far as I can see. You guys are a bit out of scale here. I'm not going to change it down. It doesn't really make a difference. You guys will kind of head out of the... maybe I need to change your scale here because you guys are quite a bit out of scale here. As you kind of head out of the... Here we go. Village. Out of the village, since you're not out of the village, I apologize. Out of the... Why are you on here twice? Kind of all, thank you. Over here. There we go. You guys will kind of end out of there. What you see ahead of you is basically the village spread out in front of you. There's a huge field over here. In the field, they're busy setting up stands and a huge table. Most of the village seems to be busy there. There's a few people busy and elsewhere, but the majority seem to be busy there. As you look across the river, you see 2 boats kind of sailing away, loaded with goods. You kind of figured this is why Gregor was in such a rush. He was trying to catch one of those probably to get out of here, to get back to where he was going. And you look around, that's pretty much the there's fields. The fields are looking pretty good. There's a few on the farms. A few of them have sties with pigs in them, but you don't see any other livestock. It just seems to be pigs. And a lot of farming. There's corn. There's wheat. There's a strange jagged-edged plants that seem to be growing as well, kind of growing all over the place. You see that houses aren't fantastic. Now that you can see in the bright daylight, everything seems to be kind of moss covered and held together, functional, but not particularly well made. And then there is over here, there's a pen with some pigs in it. There's another pen with some pigs in it. Again, you got the fields everywhere, and over here they're busy setting up on like a huge, you see them setting up a whole bunch of stuff. The 2 ships, the 2 boats are kind of sailing away that way. Excuse me, sorry about that. And if you look around here, okay, give me a second. Anyone to do anything? And while you're doing, while you're doing this, you notice that. Sorry, what's the name? I need to close that. Rotation. I need to turn this right around, I believe. That Silas kind of stretches out and puts his. There we go. That's better. There we go. Silas kind of stretches out his leaves and raises his head up to the sun and kind of puts his arms out. And as you look down, his feet kind of seem to grow roots and dig into the ground. He kind of stands there for a while, just like they're just soaking in the sun. It seems to be soaking in nutrients from the ground as well. And he kind of hums and kind of gives us like higher pitched hum, and he turns to Oryn and says, makes like taste us. Lady Oryn, the soil tastes funny here.
The soil tastes funny. Did I hear you correctly?
Yeah. I mean, he's absorbing nutrients from the soil through his roots. He doesn't need to eat food. He can to get extra nutrients, but basically he absorbs his nutrients from the ground and from the sun, like a plant would. And he says, yeah, the soil here tastes funny. Not bad, but funny.
Can I say what do you mean? What do you mean it tastes funny?
Yeah, of course. He's just kind of say, I don't know. It doesn't taste right. It's nutritious, but there's something else. I don't know. I've never tried it. I've never tasted this before.
Can I make a nature check?
As a druid, of course you can make a nature check. Oh no, I can't see if it's your roll. For a second, I forgot where it was.
Sorry, I'm just checking my thing 1 minute.
No, cool. Like I said, I for some reason I thought I had to go back to Discord. I was just switching back to Discord.
Oh, very nice.
Very, very nice. You reach out with your druidic magic, and you actually feel what he's saying is true. even though everything seems to be growing in abundance here, and it does seem to be very full of life, you notice like an underground taint, like something not quite kosher. There's something very weird about the growing here. It's almost like the ground itself seems more fermented than fertile. There's just something very off about the way nature feels around here. You can't quite put your finger on it, but the strange thing you do feel is because of your connection with death, you're getting a strange sensation of death as well coming from the nature and from the ground.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay, well, in that case, Oryn is going to tell Silas to avoid, for now at least, until we can make sure that it's safe. Like, avoid the absorbing.
Okay. He'll kind of look at you.
Oh, no, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead. No, sorry, finish. Sorry.
That was just like an to finish
Okay.
my sentence. I was finished, sorry.
No, cool. And he's going to kind of look at you like with big, like droopy eyes, go, okay. You see slowly his roots kind of withdraw. And that's kind of reaching and goes, I know I said it was bright, but it feels so good. Where are we going now? As you guys look, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Can I give him, do I still have those cookies?
You should have some of those cookies, yeah?
Can I give him one of those?
Thank you. He'll tend to take it and kind of nibble on it. Doesn't really eat much. Just kind of nibbles around the edges. He kind of says, I'm pretty full actually, but these just taste so good. I can't avoid them. As you guys kind of look around, you do notice in the large building directly across from you. Let me quickly change my pointer. This one over here. Does seem to have a sign on it. It's got a big sign on it that says Ravenmore Trading Post, and underneath that is a picture of like a beat out of thin metal, like an anvil. And that's in the building over here. In the building here, you notice there is, it looks like it's made out of cloth, and it's just like a robe, a small robe made out of cloth hanging from the sign. And over here, you notice there's a sign as well in the door, but you can't really see it from where you are now. And again, all around you over here, there's 2 or 3 people working in the field, but the vast majority of the people, and there's roughly, just give it roughly, there's roughly about 185 people living here. The majority are here busy setting up a large table and little like tents, and they seem to be very, very busy, all setting up for the festival. Some people are carrying stuff. You can see the dwarf among them carrying stuff from here, from the Drunken Dog, and some of them from their houses and from the fields, carrying it in here. Some people carrying stuff back into the Drunken Dog, obviously to be cooked for the feast later. But it's a bustle of activity, and most people seem to be kind of ignoring you. You get a strange look every now and again as someone walks past. But in general, everyone just seems to be too busy going about their own stuff to really pay any attention to you. What would you like to do?
Firstly, before we start that, I am sorry to only ask this now. I forgot after the last session.
No problem.
Can I manage my spells and change it? And
Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. And with regards to what we're doing next, I'm happy to follow with the rest of the group.
Can we see like an organizer or something for the event here?
No, not at the moment. You can't see an organizer. Everyone seems to just know what they're doing. Everyone just seems to be going about. It's like looks like something they do quite regularly because everyone seems to know what they're doing and just seems to be going about their business. But there doesn't seem to be anyone who seems to be organizing it at the moment. No.
Akari's just gonna ask the closest person that she sees next, where can I speak to someone about performing at the festival?
You kind of grab one of the morning pass. They kind of look at you very irritated, like, probably the mayor. I would think he organizes these things. Don't ask me. I just help put up the stalls.
Thank you very much. Where's the mayor's house?
They kind of point in this direction. Up that way.
Take it the biggest house.
It probably would be the biggest house, yes. Which obviously, I suppose you can kind of see it from where you are. I mean, you do guys kind of, if you have a look at, you kind of you would have a kind of line of sight. So yeah, pretty much kind of the biggest house that there is.
Akari's gonna turn to Gnorbash and say, I believe that's your destination as well, Seeker of Kyle.
Gnorbash is kind of shocked hearing that, but he nods his head in agreement and says, "Thank you for pointing it out."
And then she and her summon are promptly going to walk towards the house.
Gnorbash also follows Akari.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are gonna. Yeah. You're gonna. Okay. Whoa. Calm down. Calm down. As you kind of head, you see the house. Kind of as you head past, you see these weird standing stones. You guys want to go ahead and make a move there. As you kind of walk past these weird standing stones, it's a large ring of black stones. There's an amphitheater kind of in the middle. There's stone benches around the side, and in the middle. There's a strange wicker figure. It's made from corn husks and leaves, and it's kind of standing in the middle of it. And it's got these huge wings, which look like they're kind of moss-covered canvas, and it kind of stands. Here we go. Over the altar, kind of here on the far side. If anyone wants to make, I don't know if any of you would know it, but if anyone wants to go ahead and make a religion check.
A religion check.
Anyone that's there that can see it.
Oh, okay. So that would be Akari and Gnorbash.
Mm-hmm.
We can't see it yet because we
You
haven't.
can probably from where you're standing, you can probably see it, but not in probably as much detail as they are at the moment.
Okay. Nice, Akari.
What kind of die would I be rolling then for this check?
A d20 plus your religion score on your character sheet.
Okay. It's just +1 though.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that'll work. So it'll be 7. It'll be 18. Okay.
Yeah.
And a 23 for Akari. Don't know if you saw.
I didn't see. Sorry. Thank you. I was looking at something else. Sorry. You do notice the figure you assume is meant to be of Desna, the nature goddess. It is a bit of a weird representation of her. But it is an altar to Desna, the nature goddess. The moth, the sleeping one. But you do notice that is what it is there. With the strange stones and the actual bars over there. And not the benches, not the bars, the benches. seems to be an outdoor prayer area, and then obviously the amphitheater is slightly raised over here. To Desna. Does anyone else want to do anything? Well, they're heading over to the mayor's house at a quick staunch march.
Well, I think Lillith, as the rogue, is just gonna stick to the shadows and just sort of observe at this point, to see which way or what's gonna happen.
Okay, so you're gonna stay where you are.
Well, somewhere where I can have my back to something solid and sort of stick to the shadow. So not too.
Okay.
A good observation point. Let's put it that way. What's that white thing with the like rectangle
A pig
thingy?
pen.
A what?
A pig pen.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna go to the sty, but I'll just stick around, sort of close to one of the houses, whatever, and I'll just observe. For now.
There. Okay, here's which is where you saw the blacksmith sign and the a general store sign. About there.
Okay.
Alpha.
Alpha's just gonna follow everyone else.
Evara.
She's still thinking about stuff, so she's just gonna follow the group.
And then last but not least, Oryn.
Oryn is going to also follow the group.
Cool. You get over here. Silas goes with you. And then as you guys just make it kind of past here, about there, again, you guys can probably rearrange your order. Oops, moving the map instead of you guys. You kind of head there. You hear a child's voice in the background calling, "Applesauce! Applesauce! Applesauce! Where are you? Applesauce!" Sound is coming from over here somewhere. This general area that you hear the calling coming from. Does seem to be a little boy's voice calling out.
Wow, Silas, you learn so quickly.
Can I please cast Detect Magic?
Yeah. You cast Detect Magic. You feel around you. You can feel vague sense of magic, but you can't really pinpoint anything. But it does seem to be coming more from this general direction. Not from where the voice is coming from, because the voice seems to be coming from over here somewhere.
Oryn is going to relay that information to the rest of the group and then proceed to walk to the direction of the child.
Okay, so Oryn, change to a hand. It's going to kind of start heading in this direction. Try to skipping behind you. Anyone else want to do anything?
And Corey's still headed towards the mayor.
Okay, so Corey's going to keep going that way.
Alpha will follow Oryn.
Okay, Alpha's going to follow Oryn, Evara.
She's gonna wait for the majority. So, wait,
Okay,
depending on where
Yeah.
Gnorbash goes.
Gnorbash.
I'm still gonna follow Akari.
Okay,
Just
Gnorbash
gonna-
going this way.
And
Lillith.
then Evara would join Alpha and them.
Okay, Lillith.
Okay, I'll put. Can I sort of position myself? Maybe let me just get a pointer. There's a
You can,
pointer.
you can use the hand to move yourself to where you want to go. Okay, that's an amphitheater, and it's kind of raised platform. So move to where you'd want to move there.
Over here, would I be able to observe both?
We need to get there first. So kind of,
Okay,
we'll put you, if you don't mind, kind of over here.
okay. Well, okay.
Um,
Observe both parties. I'm not gonna join either one right now.
okay, how about here? We'll put you kind of by the standing stones.
Okay,
Happy with that?
cool, cool.
You suddenly hear it's like, make a perception check.
Who, me?
Everyone. Most importantly, okay, Alpha, Evara, and Oryn, please make a perception check.
Is it for sound? Just for Evara's? Is it for sound?
It's for sound.
And then Evara gets a +2 on her perception,
Cool.
above and beyond.
Okay, so 21 for Alpha. Good one.
Hmm.
Oh my word.
Okay. Thank heavens for a high perception. To add to that,
Right?
wow!
20. Wow.
Natural
Very
20.
nice. Nice.
Okay.
Evara can hear her hair growing.
Yes.
Okay. You hear a buzzing noise and a faint rustling coming from, because of the 20, coming from in between these houses. It's probably a house and a barn in between them. You can hear a strange buzzing and rustling. That actually, buzzing doesn't seem natural, and it does seem to be made by quite a large. I suppose if it's meant to be an insect, it would be quite a large insect. What do you want to do? Again, that's for Lillith and the rest. Obviously, Evara the most obvious. The rest of you just know it's coming from that general direction where Evara can actually pinpoint exactly where it's from, and that it's the buzzing does sound kind of odd. There's something odd about it. You can't quite figure out what, but it seems to be coming from something rather large.
Evara's gonna point to where she can pinpoint it and just say, "Big, strange, buzzy bug."
The rest of you,
Oryn's gonna turn right around and go start walking with the other people. She's not gonna do that now.
okay. So Evara wants to go that way again. Silas is going to kind of look at Evara and look at Oryn and look at where the noise is coming from, and like switching between the three of them, like, dude, what's going on? There's so much stuff going on. Alpha?
Alpha's gonna hug. What is this? Like a wall here?
Yeah. This is it's a wall. Inside there is where they're busy preparing.
Yes.
It's a
He'll.
wooden fence, I suppose. It would be quite high, but a wooden fence about like 4 foot high.
Okay. Alpha's gonna hug the fence and walk around this way very slowly.
Okay.
And if he does see anything that looks abnormal, he's gonna immediately stop.
Okay, cool. What would Evara do?
She's just gonna walk normally.
Okay. The rest, would anyone else like to do anything?
I'll just confirm to the group if they can hear me that there's a funny buzzing noise coming from over there. And if it is bees, it's the biggest bees I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, well, the three of them move there. As they do, you notice a strange creature come buzzing out of there. It is kind of a reddish color. So it looks insectoid. It has the wings. It has two pairs of wings. So it's four wings, but they look more like bat's wings than like an insect's wings. There's a large suspended body, 6 pointy legs, large eyes, and a proboscis. I'll put into the chat now. And a proboscis kind of extending from its. There we go. There we go.
Oh, lovely. I
Mm.
like mine better.
Extending from the front of it, it comes kind of buzzing around the corner and just kind of buzzes around for a while. It seems to be like buzzing almost in a circle, like dodging, like random little movements, kind of like a lot of flies do. It kind of seems to be dodging around, but not really doing anything, just kind of dodging, looking around. This would probably be smaller as well. So it's about 2 feet. It's about 2 feet big, but it kind of seems just buzzing around, dodging. You guys might have to zoom in a little bit if you want a better picture. Does anyone want to do anything?
Does anyone have a citronella candle, perhaps?
A very big one. If it's not,
Evara is going to grab her battle axe with both hands and charge at it, ready to smash this thing.
Okay, Evara's charging. Anyone else?
gosh, do we have to smash everything?
Does that look friendly to you?
It's not attacked anyone.
Does it look friendly, is the question.
Well, not specifically, but it's also not threatened us.
I agree. I think we must see if it flies off first before we start attacking, because if there's one, there's probably more.
On the side of caution.
Okay, so Lillith, you staying where you are?
I am very definitely not gonna go charging in after this thing. I'll stay here by the, what did you call it? The amphitheater.
Well,
What?
the amphitheater is the green part. Where you are is the standing stones and the benches.
Okay, I'll stay here with my back against the standing stones for now until I can have a better read on the situation.
Gnorbash, Akari.
Still heading towards the mayor's house.
Okay, cool. As Evara kind of gets to the creature, it kind of flies into her, kind of latches onto it, all of its legs, but doesn't do anything other than that, just kind of latches on and just kind of holds there in that position.
Does she feel anything? Is she like hurting?
No, it just kind of feels like a big blood-filled giant bat mosquito cross just flew into you and just gave you the biggest hug of you've ever had in your life from a bug that big.
Is this applesauce?
I don't know.
I don't think it looks like its name should be applesauce.
Can we somehow see if this creature is intending to do anyone harm?
It doesn't seem to be attempting to do anyone harm, but the proboscis does seem to be like moving around, almost as if it's maybe trying to sniff Evara, and it's kind of just wiggling around Evara.
Can she get away from it?
As,
Just back away.
as Evara kind of tries to put her fingers in and try and push it away, it seems to kind of drag on, try and hold on even stronger. She can go ahead and make a strength roll. Try and push it off.
Sorry, Evara. I'm just trying to see if we can get out of this without a fight.
She manages to start pushing it away. It tries to pull back, but she manages to push it. And as she does, a little boy comes running out of the bush, out of the kind of cornfields, and goes, "Applesauce, sorry, applesauce. Where have you been?" And applesauce kind of thing, and kind of flies up to him and grabs him and kind of nuzzles his neck and with his proboscis, and you see a little tongue come out and kind of lick him and just kind of nuzzles it with his neck. It's very cute looking, but at the same time incredibly creepy looking as it kind of nuzzles him. And he looks up at you and goes, he kind of takes a step back and, "Who are you?"
Oryn is going to just like poke her head back to look at the, around from Evara, and just say, "We are performers. We are performers. Yes, we are here for the festival."
And then, as if it's on cue, Ivara's gonna hiss at applesauce.
He's going to kind of pull back and kind of eye Evara very wearily and try and look around her again at Oryn and goes, "Really? So you guys are here for the festival? That is so cool. I think I better get applesauce back into his cage before Dad sees I let him out and get me into trouble. Have a good day." It kind of waves and starts walking away with applesauce, kind of towards this house up top here. Whoops. Kind of disappear, heading up this way. And as it is, you kind of see, you still see as he's kind of walking away, over his shoulder, you can see this giant mosquito-like head kind of still trying to nuzzle his neck, and he's just giggling and rubbing it with his head as well as they kind of walk away back to the houses up top here. What do you want to do?
Ivara's gonna walk towards the group that's heading over the bridge.
Cool. Oops. And the rest?
Oryn is just gonna let Lillith know that, like it's.
Where'd Evara go now? I'll put it back on. That was weird, but okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
That is all sorted.
Cool. I've seen weirder things with back where I'm from, and not everything that looks scary is necessarily something that's going to harm you.
Cool. Alpha?
Alpha will also just follow the rest of the group.
Oryn?
Oryn will also just follow.
And again, you'll see Silas kind of looking towards where the kid disappeared to, and then looking back at Oryn, his mouth kind of hanging open a bit, but overly seems quite happy. Lillith?
Still stick to the back of the group and observe from a little bit further back, but I'll also follow the general direction they're going in.
You all kind of stumble. Excuse me. Onto the walk across the bridge. You can have a water below you. Should probably be further forward, but that's okay. Head across some beautiful trees on the side here. And as you kind of get to just in front of the mayor's house, didn't I make a thing of it? Damn, I should have, but never mind. I'll just use this again. Let's change it to this, just because. You are stopped on the road. As you kind of get there. Oh, Pete's sake. There we go. Kind of, you see a guy that's working here, this big, massive, burly guy with short brown hair, blue eyes, very brutal looking face. I'll put it into the chat for you as well. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not going to think. I'm just going to put in the whole thing. The one on the right. Kind of a very burly-headed guy. He just kind of stands there and goes, "What do you want? What are you doing here?"
Akari, in typical fashion, is going to say, "Well, what do you want? What are you doing here? It's nice to meet you. My name's Akari."
I don't care what your name is. What are you doing here?
No, that's your surname.
He's going to look at you and just turn to the rest of the group and says, "The mayor's a busy man. I don't have time for this."
And Gnorbash do intimidation on this guy.
Go ahead and roll.
Which die would that be?
Die 20 plus your intimidation, whatever your intimidation is. If you go to the die 20, at the bottom there's a plus and minus. You just add whatever your intimidation bonus is.
It says +7.
So it's die 20 plus 7, and you roll that.
Can Alpha and seeing what's going on, Alpha and Gnorbash do intimidation together?
Ooh.
Okay, what I would advise, Alpha, roll for intimidation.
Okay.
I'll tell you how I'm going to work this now. Okay. That doesn't really work, but I'll give Gnorbash another +1, so it's 21 to his roll.
Oh.
Because you're using the group. The guy kind of backs away a bit and says, "Look, I don't mean any trouble, but my brother, the mayor, is a busy man. He doesn't have time to waste with you. Why don't you go about your business, that he can go about his business because he's an important man."
After the intimidation works and he steps back a bit, Akari is going to take out an instrument and say, "But we're here to perform at the festival, of course." She'll roll diplomacy if she has to. Good cop, bad cop.
Go ahead and roll diplomacy. Let me get back to the screen. I can see what you're running. There we go. Okay.
Nice. Good one, Jim.
Okay, there we go. Bum, bum, bum.
If you told me you rolled that, I wouldn't even have to roll for Akari's diplomacy.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just-
already won. Yeah.
Here goes. Excuse me.
You're excused now, just get a better toe.
He just looks at. There we go. Get that in there. He kind of looks a bit confused and looks at you and goes, "Look, he does deal with the festivities. He never told me there was anyone coming to make music. And he would have told me as my brother." And kind of, as he's kind of looking around, the guys, Ching, notice a very dapper, well-dressed man. Again, the one on the right. Kind of steps out of the building, kind of just shoos him away. Let's use this for now. Why? Because for some reason, I don't know why I didn't make things of these. And he just goes back to what he was doing. Heads back towards this way. And he comes along and goes, "Welcome, welcome, friends. Come on in. How can I be of service to you today? If you're so kind as to help us out with our festivities today, I'm very happy to meet you." "I'm so sorry. How rude of me. I did forget. I do apologize. I'm Mayor Andretti Krieger. That's my brother Leonard. He's a bit rough, but, we do need something like that around these parts. But would you mind telling me what is your role in the festivities tonight?"
Musician and traveling band,
And
Lovely.
of
intimidation.
course. And then she's also just going to point at Alpha and Gnorbash and Evara and just say, and of course we understand about the muscle.
Lovely, lovely. So will you be performing with our local fiddle band, or will you be performing with the accordions, or you'll be doing your own music selection? This is so good. It's going to be such a treat for the people to see some new music. It's so great. We do this every month, but I was hoping this month was going to be a special one. It looks like you may make it so. Look, I am in a bit of a rush. I need to go and help out with the preparations. Is there anything I can do for you, or otherwise walk with me? Come with me to the festivities.
Kari's just going to say, well, I gave the town a little bit of a taste last night in the Drunken Dog, so it will probably be a standalone performance.
Kind of looks a bit confused for a second. Goes, "Well, okay." Yeah, no, with all the weather last night, it was a bit of the Drunken Dog was a little bit empty. Yes, it was, but I'm glad to see you've met everyone. They're lovely people. Do the great. Don't they have the best food ever? I don't know how that dwarf does it, but he always managed to bring the best out in anything he puts his mind to. But I really do need to go. And he starts walking towards the kind of walking around you, heading towards the back towards the bridge. I really, really have to go. Is there anything that you need? I don't want to be rude, but the mayor's job is never done. And you kind of see the brother Leonard kind of snarl and look at you when he says that. But I always have time for strangers, especially ones that are still willing to help. Is there anything that I can help you with before I go quickly?
Kari's
Gnorbash
just
asks,
gently
sorry.
going to nudge Gnorbash forward, like, this is your chance.
Okay. Gnorbash asks if he's seen Kyle around.
He's going to look at you. Goes, "Well, he was here last month. Incredibly rude man. Took his time here, basically just pushing the poor people of the village around. He just was an absolute ruffian. I paid him the money that was due. I told him he needed to stay a day or two. Roughly, strangely, about this time of the month, he was here too, with our last festival, as a matter of fact. He stayed over, enjoyed the festival, got drunk, and made a bit of a nuisance of himself. I actually put him up in my own house as a courtesy. I gave him the money next morning, and he left."
Do you perhaps know the location he was heading towards?
Make let's start with make a perception check, please.
Which die would that be?
Also a die 20 plus your perception.
I'm having a hard time finding perception.
It's on your
Closer to the top, hey?
top of
So
your character.
next to speed is perception.
Thank you.
I see. Okay. +8.
Okay. You notice he's kind of sweating a bit, and his voice seems to be wavering. He's kind of not exactly telling you everything that he knows. These make a society or a diplomacy check, whichever one is higher.
Diplomacy, which is +2. Which dice am I taking?
Again, die 20.
Is all of them die 20?
No, but a lot is. A lot of stuff we're doing now is die 20s, yes.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, we only roll the other dice when it comes to either spells or weapons.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're 100% correct. He kind of pulls you over towards himself and kind of puts his arm around your shoulder and kind of whispers in your ear, well, I don't want to say too much, but I did catch him trying to steal my liquor. The next morning before I chucked him out, I don't think he went back to Magnamar. I think he probably took the money for himself and fled. Possibly. I'm not sure about this, but I did hear that there was a pretty good chance that he took one of my people, a not very well-off person, and headed to Riddleport with the money instead of where he was supposed to have gone. But you didn't hear that from me. It's pure rumor, and I don't believe in rumor, but the person I did hear this from is pretty trustworthy.
Is there a way for Gnorbash to know if he's lying or telling the truth?
You could go ahead and, again, roll a perception check, please.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, nice, Gnorbash.
You notice he is telling you, what he's telling you seems to be part of the truth, but also not the whole truth.
Gnorbash grabs the mayor by his shirt, and then he uses intimidation. And
Go
he
ahead.
also tells him that if he doesn't tell the truth, he will smash his head in.
Go ahead and roll intimidation. He kind of looks at you and smiles and goes, you don't scare me, buddy. And as you notice, his brother kind of starts moving towards you, looking very angry. He kind of moves away and pats you on the back and goes, I really must be going. Later, people. And he kind of walks very fast, starts walking back towards the bridge. His brother kind of puts an arm on Gnorbash and says, that's no way to treat the mayor, boy.
Gnorbash unholsters his hatchet, looks him in the eye and says, remove your hand right now.
He steps away and just says, "That's your last warning." And
So
starts heading back towards where he was going.
Gnorbash sheaths his weapon and just looks at the group and shrugs.
And he just keeps walking back towards the mayor just keeps walking back towards the thing. He kind of glances back at you once and then keeps walking back to where he was going. What would you like to do?
Kari's gonna lean closer to Oryn, and then ask quietly enough so that the mayor and his brother don't hear if she wants to investigate the magic she detected earlier.
100%. 100%.
Well, did she tell you that what she found with the magic?
I
Yes,
did.
I believe so. She told the group.
Okay. Well, where do you want to head? Kind of that way, okay.
I would suggest, though, that we.
Have you done your spells?
Yes, I have. Yes,
Okay,
sorry.
cool. Sorry. I'm not saying you to get into a battle. I just wanted to check before we moved on if you'd finished.
Yeah, I think I only changed one, if
Okay,
I'm
cool.
correct. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I would also suggest that we tell Lillith, maybe if she wants to join us, to go and look that way.
Yeah, Lillith was, I suppose, where's Lillith? She probably would have been around here. Sorry, guys, I forgot to move Lillith. She's kind of keeping to the shadows.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was sitting here eating
You know-
popcorn.
you can eat, you can move your own character.
I know.
Okay, just saying.
It's easy if you do it.
Okay, so you're going to say to Lillith?
I was just going to double check that she's coming with us, or that she was there, that we didn't just leave her by the rocks.
Thanks, Oryn. Question, is the mandolin, is that the mayor?
Yeah.
Okay, so the mayor walked past me. Did anybody see me? The group knows I'm here, but has anyone else detected me?
Not as far as you can tell, no.
Okay, well, I'll speak.
Okay, we're all kind of distracted.
Okay, so I'll speak Sylvan to Oryn and tell her that I'll keep on doing my stealth mode thing. If she can just tell the rest of the group, because
Okay.
I'll stick to the shadows for now, and if I'm needed, let's just see if there's anything that I can do for my part for the team. But just let everybody else know I'm following behind. I'm not going to join the team just yet. Let's just see what's happening here.
Okay, you do realize that that you're hiding in shadows, but people were able to hear you talking.
If Oryn
saying.
moved a little bit closer to me, sort of
Yeah.
on the side of the road there,
There you go,
I
okay,
could
like that.
quietly talk to her and she can share with the rest of the team.
Okay, cool. You kind of think she passes it on. Excuse me. You guys kind of head back towards. You can put yourself in the order you want to walk in. I'm just moving you closer. You kind of head. There's more fields. You can see the houses again. This kind of moss. You do notice that when you kind of get closer around this house, it looks a bit forlorn. The house kind of looks like it's falling apart. The fields don't really look tended, except for the fields at the back, which seems really, really high. You could only see this. You'd literally only see the fields around the outside because they're so high. You wouldn't be able to see anything in the middle here. But you do notice again that the barn and the house does seem to be very dilapidated and very used. And kind of as you get closer, sorry guys, there we go, and you're still hiding behind the things. In the trees here, you see a bunch of kids kind of playing. and they all look up at you and just like kind of gasp, and their eyes go kind of big. And one of them will kind of look at you and kind of point where you're going, goes, "You're not going to the haunted house, are you? I'd stay away from there if I was you, especially at night."
Mhm.
And that some of the other kids kind of giggle. But that's pretty much all.
Corey's going to step closer and ask them, why is that?
We've seen strange things there. We've seen the boogeymen come from there. And we've also seen that scarecrow flies around at night. And the other thing is a man walking around who's so old you can't even see in his face anymore. It's all just wrinkles. And the other kids kind of giggle, and one of them kind of shivers. They all come from there. We're not allowed to go near there. And our parents don't go near there either. It's haunted. Not even the mayor will go there.
Corey's going to smile and say, thank you for the information. Can I maybe ask you about a hairy, rude man who left with somebody who wasn't very well off in the town?
I don't know. They're grown-ups.
Did you see anybody like that?
Yes, he was here last month. But he didn't want to play with us, so we left him alone.
Did he go towards the haunted house?
No.
Did you see where he went, by any chance?
No. This is getting boring. Are you going to go to the haunted house or not?
Kari's gonna smile and then play a prank and then like put her hand on the kid's shoulder, and then the spider's gonna run off across his body back onto her hand and then up her shoulder again and say, maybe.
Okay, the kid's going to kind of scream. There you go. And they'll kind of run away. Head back towards their different houses, all kind of heading different things. And kind of as you get closer, but chain. You want to go hide where the kids were? You want to go and hide kind of where the kids were?
Yep, that's cool.
Okay,
Will
so
I
they
be
kind of all
able
run
to
away
see how-
screaming. Every now and again, some of them looking back. Some of them seem to be giggling while they're screaming, but they'll kind of head that way.
Are we heading this way because that's where Arryn detected the magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You notice a kind of weird scarecrow in the fields. It's a normal, looks like a kind of stuffed, excuse me, a stuffed scarecrow, the pumpkin head, weird ears. Again, it has the wings. It does seem to be based off of Desna again, but you do notice that it has 4 sickles on its hands for fingers. And it does seem a very unflattering rendition of Desna, but it does seem to be a rendition of Desna nonetheless.
Do any of us know who Desna is?
You would probably know as a cleric. It's called the Sleeping Goddess. She is the goddess of the harvest. She's basically a nature goddess.
As a druid, you'd probably know that, yes.
Yeah, so as a druid, you'd probably know that, yes.
So there's nothing really sketchy about her.
No, it's just that it's not really nothing sketchy about her. Just the scarecrow for a kind of a scarecrow based on her form looks kind of verging on blasphemous. It's not really how you would choose to kind of represent. But hey, this is a small town. Maybe they don't know any better. But that's kind of how they would, as far as you can see, it's just basically an interpretation of her to protect the fields. It's not unheard of. A lot of people would do a lot of people who worship her would have that kind of in their fields to protect them. So it's not unheard of. It's just a little bit weird looking is all. But again, this is a kind of a weird town, so maybe it's completely normal for here.
Maybe do your magic sites again, Oryn. Akari's gonna say.
Yeah. Okay, let me cast detect magic again. I'm just trying to see, sorry.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't be able to roll an undead law.
It'd be about undead, so this is not really anything to do with undead, so not really. It wouldn't. You could, but it wouldn't really serve any purpose here.
Because we kind of know that the magic is in this area, so I'm not sure that detect magic will actually tell me anything else about it if I didn't sense it in the first place.
No, yeah, no, you'd kind of get the same. Well, depending how well you roll, but you generally get the same kind of thing. I do agree with you that it's in this kind of area, but more information than that, not necessarily.
So to feel maybe if I did, would I know that when I casted detect magic, would I know if it had anything to do with what Silas felt in the soil?
Possibly. Depends on your roll.
I didn't roll for that. You just told me.
You're right. You just told me. Yeah, you're right. You don't roll. Okay. But again, you need to see how successful you are. So I'm a bit weary of that. But okay. No, not a problem. Again, you would sense it in this general direction. It does seem to be partly coming from the farm, partly from the fields, and there does seem to be a faint echo coming from the mayor's house as well. But that's pretty much it. It doesn't seem to be coming. There does seem to be a faint magic coming off of the scarecrow as well, but that could purely be because it's blessed as a effigy of Desna. But nothing out of the ordinary. And what you do hear a kind of make a perception check. Everyone. Sound for Evara, sound. Again, sorry, it's a die 20 plus perception. Okay. Well done. Good job.
Good
Gnorbash.
roll, Gnorbash.
Nice, Gnorbash.
Ooh, well done, Lillith.
Even better.
Yesy.
Cool. I'm sticking to the shadows.
My luck ran out in the
Wow.
last sessions.
Akari.
Yesy, it's better.
That's Evara, not Akari.
That's
That's Evara.
Evara. Okay.
Impressive though.
Cool. And Akari also still needs to roll.
No, she did. She had a 17.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we didn't see that. I'm not gonna lie, we didn't see that. Okay. But anyway, you hear kind of like a snuffling sound coming from somewhere next to the house. Kind of like
Which house?
yeah, coming from somewhere over
Okay.
here.
By the
You hear like a
scarecrow.
snuffling sound, like a snorting sound, and kind of like chewing, and kind of a strange labored breathing, but it sounds like some kind of animal moving around, snuffling around somewhere over here. sounds kind of porcine or piggish.
Okay.
Is this the origin story of Squealy Nord?
That's way further, like northwest of here, northeast of here, but no.
Mhm.
Can Gnorbash use Seek?
Hmm.
2.
Well, whatever is there
Okay.
in that direction.
Okay. What is the description? You need to roll anything?
You scan an area for signs. If you're looking for creatures, choose an area you're scanning. If precision is necessary, the gem can
Mhm.
have you select a 30-foot cone or a 15-foot burst within line of sight.
Okay.
You might take a penalty if you choose an area that's far away.
Okay. What you do see is no, not that big. Come on. Oh, I've got to change. That's what's happened. Never mind. There we go. There's a pretty large pig. Pete's sake. Kind of snorting around. It does look a little bit sickly. It's got looks like boils on its back and on its side, but it does seem to be just snorting around, eating. And going about its piggy business.
Does it have?
Does Gnorbash have to relay that information to the rest of the group, or do they already know?
No, you could go ahead and relate. I mean, you would want to would have seen it first.
Okay, then Gnorbash just lets everybody in the group knows what he just saw.
Does this piggy have green moss on its back?
No, just
Okay. No, just
like
a little back of fairy wool there.
yeah, I know. I'm just gonna give it. It's got like boils, so it looks like it's probably got some kind of skin illness, which probably is why it's not put into a sty somewhere. It was probably let out to go to kind of maybe escape. Maybe they're trying to kill it or something, but it looks like it maybe probably escaped. I can probably make this smaller as well. It's a bit big as well. There we go. Oops. So what would you like to do?
Is there a way for us to know if the pig can be friendly or not?
Probably approach it. You could try using, if you have, is animal sense still a thing, or animal taming? Or
In nature.
nature.
That would recall knowledge, nature help.
Yeah.
How do I have to roll for that? I assume.
Just
Yeah, it's
check
a
what it,
D20 plus nature.
Yeah.
Would be probably the best way to see now.
It's just a +1, unfortunately.
for nature.
Yeah, not a very good roll.
Got
It-
+6.
You don't need to notice anything odd about the pig. It's just kind of snorting around, eating. Do you want to keep approaching the house?
Is that for Gnorbash or for the whole group?
Group? No, the group. The group.
I think Oryn would like to continue towards the house.
Okay, so Oryn wants to continue.
Would it-
Yeah, Akari and them would go as well. She was the one that asked Oryn if she wants to investigate in the first place, so
The rest of you.
Can I before we get too close to the house, can I make a stealth roll?
Yeah.
Would wait, hang on. Sorry, let me just see if I can, if Silas can be stealthy.
I think his stealth is pretty high, if I remember correctly.
Let me double check. Oh, wow, yeah, okay. It's actually almost as high as mine.
Okay.
Wonderful. So, do I make 2 rolls?
You can make one for each of you. Or you can just do your roll. But if you want to, you can do one for each. That's perfectly fine.
I'll do just mine then. It's all right.
Maybe do yours. If yours is not so great, try Silas. Wow, that
Nice.
worked.
Nice.
Do I need to roll for Silas, or is it fine? Is he kind of stealthy as well?
Roll for Silas. Let's have you roll for Silas.
I just hope I roll well as well, because just now he starts bounding through the field yelling, "Oh, lady, thank you!"
Searching for you, like, where'd you go? Where'd you go?
He kind of stumbles behind you, but doesn't, because the field net kind of makes a lot more noise than you would like him to make.
I called that, and I think I spoke that into existence.
I'm not going to say anything, but I would maybe agree with you on that one.
It's fine. It's good for the plot.
And the pig just carries on eating and moving along.
Away
look at-
from us or towards us?
Well, it's just wandering around, kind of munching the fields which haven't been that well tended. The house in front of you looks very dilapidated and broken down. It doesn't look like it's had a lot of care. There's vines growing all over it. The moss seems to be covering everything. It does seem to be kind of falling apart. You can see why the kids would probably call it a haunted house, and probably why the adults would stay away, because it doesn't look very sturdy. It looks like it probably should be condemned. Although the scarecrow does seem to be kept in pretty good condition.
Mm-hmm.
Can Gnorbash roll for sense motive?
It'd be more for something with a sentient being.
You
You can-
did say it resembles a nature goddess.
Oh no, you mean the scarecrow?
Yes.
It's, if you can, it's pretty much just a scarecrow.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
It's not moving or anything. It's just, like I said, it's just on the cross there, hanging like that, with the wings fluttering behind it. So no, it's not the scarecrow's not doing anything. It's just the scarecrow. It's shaped like Desna, but it is pretty much just a scarecrow.
Are we wanting to go inside the house?
Well,
Can
that's what I'm trying to find out.
Oh, okay. I'm still sticking to the shadows, FYI. I'll keep an eye on the road, because we seem to be on a road there
Well,
as
Oryn got there as well. Silas noisily got there too.
well. In the trees where the kids were.
Yeah.
So
Anyone want to do anything?
Gnorbash slowly moves towards the house.
Okay, I'll move it just a little bit because you're moving slowly. Anyone else?
Evara and Akari would also just move forward. They're not trying to be stealthy or anything right now.
Kind of like so.
Probably in line with Gnorbash, more likely.
Okay. No problem. Okay.
yeah, still roll. What are you gonna do? Critical fail.
The scarecrow dies.
No.
Like if it
The
was
pig
meant to
lets out
come
an
out of the house, crack
pig
a
lets
sword
out
and
this
can't open the door.
the pig lets out this squeal. This high pitched squeal, and starts rolling on the ground and shaking and like foaming at the mouth. And you see it kind of like rolling around as if it's having some kind of fit. and you hear a strange, like, herring noise. Almost if it's kind of when you get this like really strange, bizarre, decaying smell as
Mhm.
it kind of starts writhing around on the ground. Anyone? You're always going to stand there watching it.
What
It's
the
a little
heck?
bit far. It's a little bit far away.
Kill
Far
it?
away for Lilith, and it's a little bit far away for Lilith and Oryn to see. The rest of you can kind of see what's happening. Obviously, Evara, Akari, and Gnorbash, being the closest, can see it the best of all.
Can Gnorbash smell the scent?
It smells like. Roll a perception check, please. Die 20 plus perception. You should be doing really well so far.
Yeah.
Is that just for
Thank-
Gnorbash?
Well, Gnorbash called it. If anyone else wants to, they can try as well. You're a bit far away. Ooh,
Mm,
natural one. That's a critical failure. Does anyone else want to roll?
Can Oryn just move a bit closer?
Okay.
After hearing the sounds.
That's way closer, but okay.
Sorry.
It's like way closer, but okay.
Let me move a little bit back then.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
Perception.
17. Yeah.
That's Evara, eh?
Hmm.
Sorry, okay, Evara.
Yeah, Akari rolled a 12.
A 12, okay. Sorry, I was going to ask who's who.
Sorry, we're rolling a perception check.
Yeah.
Ooh, wee.
nice.
No, that field is haunted. Get away.
Anyone else? Okay. Gnorbash, please. No, go ahead.
Alpha? Or are you gonna just stand back and watch what's happening?
Would you like Alpha to do something stupid?
Is
Of
that
course,
actually a
yes.
question?
Like,
Is that actually a question?
Definitely, yes.
Can
charge in and
Silas
tackle the
roll?
scarecrow.
Can
Silas
Silas make a roll?
Perception, yes. You want Silas to make a roll? Silas can go ahead and make a roll.
If that would, let's see if it's maybe a bit higher. I'm gonna laugh if I roll a nat 20. So close.
Ah, yeah, so close.
So close.
I'm telling
Um,
you all, that field is definitely bad juju. Get out of there.
Okay, Gnorbash, please make a Constitution roll. Please roll a die 20. Okay. You
No,
get
no,
a
no,
whiff.
that was
That's
for
Akari. That's
that was for
Akari.
Sorry.
Andariel's perception.
Okay, sorry. Okay, apologies. Gnorbash, please roll me a die 20. Just a straight up die 20. You get this whiff of this decaying smell, and you feel your stomach churn, and you don't feel so good, and you lean over and puke your guts out.
Oh my
Please
god.
take -1 your constitution from now. I don't think you can actually change it on your card. If you can, your constitution is -1 for the rest of the day.
Wow.
I cannot do that, but it's fine. I'll just make a
No, you
note
can't
of
do
it.
it. Just make a note, please. Yeah, like I said, I don't think you can. And it was Oryn that rolled so well. Is that correct?
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Yeah. You notice it's not just writing; it actually seems as if something's pushing it. And as it squeals and it rolls over again, you notice that out of the boils on its back, things seem to be growing.
Mm.
And it stands up again. And stops squealing.
Oh my.
And kind of turns towards you. And as you notice as well, it's kind of out of its stomach, 2 extra legs start growing as these looks like Venus flytraps start sprouting out of its back, and little tendrils start growing out, like vines start growing out of the back of its body as well. It kind of lets out a screech and storms towards you. Roll for initiative. Everyone, that's a die 20 plus dexterity. Plus dexterity. I know.
Plus
Plus
dexterity.
dexterity. There's dexterity. I'm right. Sorry, guys. Okay, hold on. Give me 2 seconds before you. Okay, hold on. Who was that? Gnorbash 19. Okay, hold on. I have to get this all into my table. 19. Okay, go. Whoever's next. Okay, do you want me to give you order? Akari. Go ahead and roll. Okay. Alpha.
Oof.
Alpha
Evara.
has never rolled well on
This is going well.
initiative, so
You haven't. You're right.
Ay, ay, ay.
Gosh.
Okay. Roll for Silas.
Oh my word.
Okie dokie, hold on. Let me just see what it is. Dexterity. There's no addition to his dexterity.
What is his dexterity? The number.
Yeah, there's nothing added to that.
Then just straight up. Then just roll straight up. 20. Die 20.
D20.
Cool. Ugh.
Wow.
My gosh.
Okay. Lillith.
Me! Come on, dice, be kind.
This is gonna go well. Okay. All right.
You-
Please go ahead.
This is a bad juju run.
Yes.
No way.
Yikes.
My turn.
2. I feel it too. I feel it too.
Maybe a 1.
Yes. That's even better.
You think? Let's find out. Let me check my dexterity.
Mm.
Um,
What's the
Ah.
highest we rolled? Like 11.
I've changed my dice just specifically for that purpose.
Oh my gosh. Oh. 10.
10.
Hmm.
Okay, let's put the
Everybody
initiative.
rolled bad.
Yeah.
Everybody rolled bad. You're 100%.
No bash.
Hmm?
Or is a 19 bad?
No.
No. 19 is good.
Only one that had a proper roll.
Yeah, you're the only one that did well.
We can't see, sorry, in the initiative tracker.
I'm going to add it now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm
Just
adding it now. No, I'm
Sorry,
adding it now. I seem to make. No, you're completely right. I'm adding it to the initiative tracker right now.
Cool. I thought something was wrong on my side. That's why I'm checking.
Initiative tracker. Okay. Select the character. Start the initiative. Okay, so Akari. Add to initiative tracker. Add to initiative tracker. Okay, well, Akari's Andariel, so I'm going to remove that one. Okay, I can't. So Andariel is Akari. Or do you want to do her a separate thing? Yours is the same.
That's fine.
I'll just put you both in because that click picked up wrong. Add to initiative tracker. Add to initiative tracker. Alpha. Guys, just tell me if there's anyone I'm missing.
I think that's everyone, eh? Except if the scarecrow also joins.
It's not Scarecrow. Okay, Akari.
There's no scarecrow. What's this? What's that?
Joining the initiative. It's a scarecrow, for Pete's sake.
Then there is a scarecrow.
Alpha was
5.
11. 5.
Yes.
Evara is 10. Alpha is 5. Andariel is also 4. Evara was 10. No, not
can-
101. 10.
You can technically remove Andariel, because she does her action with Akari. They don't move separately.
Okay, I'll do that quickly. Remove. That's not a problem. I'll do that. Oryn was 11. Silas was 8. 8. Oryn was 11. Gnorbash was 19.
Gnorbash is going to have to carry the team on this one.
Might
Great
well
night.
be. Lillith was 7 and mine was 10, wasn't it?
Yes.
7. Just double checking. I don't want to do you guys in.
No, you can. Add to mine, please.
Mine was 10. Okay. Battle begins.
Oh,
Okay.
lordy.
Gnorbash, how it works. If you look at the weapon you're using, if you click on it in your inventory,
Mhm.
it will. What the hell? Okay. It'll bring up an attack bonus plus 11, plus 7, plus 3. I just chose one of yours, hatchet. Is that, you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So what happens is you now roll a die 20 plus that amount for your first attack, second attack, third attack. If you want to make 3 attacks, you can do other things as well. You have 3 actions you can take.
Let's see. So first attack normally always does more damage.
No, it's just higher chance to hit. What you're rolling there is your higher chance to hit. The damage stays the same. The damage is there as well. On your thing, if it's your plus 1 weapon, so you can make 1 weapon plus 1. You add an extra plus 1 to the attack and to the damage.
Do I? Okay, I'm not sure how to do that.
Okay. If you add, what is your hit points? I'll show you now. Give me 2 seconds.
Mine's 48.
Okay. Where did Gnorbash go? Gnorbash. Okay, you've got 48 hit points. 48 of 48. And your armor class was?
That's AC, right?
AC, yes. 18, if I remember
That's
correctly.
18. Yeah, that's 18.
Now, if you check there, you should see on your character your life and your hit points. What are your hit points, please? Oryn?
My hit points are 36.
36.
Mm-hmm.
And your armor class?
18.
Lillith, can I ask you for the same?
Yep. Okay, give me a seckie.
You do Lilith, I'll do Silas.
Okay, so let me
Silas?
just that. My armor class. Where do I find that again? 19.
Okay.
And
HP?
it's 32.
Okay, what is Silas's stats?
His AC is 13 and his
Its
hit
AC
points
is...
is 9.
Oh, shame, that's so cute.
See why I don't want him to fight?
Okay, there we go. And I'll also add it to this one as well. I'll add it here as well so you guys can
Maybe just add the AC. We won't be able to see its life.
yeah. The AC, chain.
You can also mark it that only you can see it.
Yeah, I know you can. I know I can, but it just makes my life actually just more difficult. I use another thing to track it anyway. Just that you guys know what you need to roll.
Oh, well, higher. Ooh.
Okay. So, as soon as your first initiative, Gnorbash, what would you like to do for your first action?
Can I trip the pig?
I'm going to try and trip the pig.
Yes.
Okay, that would be a grapple attack.
My weapons are sheathed, I think.
Would you like? Okay, that would depend because with the
Okay,
so
wait.
you're aiming for the legs with your weapon.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be a called attack. So your thing is at -4.
A
So
minus
instead
4.
of so it's you got +11. Is that correct? What is your first one?
Yeah, plus 11.
So it's +11 -4.
That's +7.
So it's +7. So it's 1 die 20 +7 is what you roll. And you need to roll a 12 or higher.
Okay. Yes.
23. That'll do. That'll do,
Nicely
Piggy.
done. Nicely done. And then what you can do, everyone's hero points should be back as well. You go ahead and you roll damage. It should tell you there with the damages as well. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so I assume it's 1 die 6.
What does it say there? Because it should say in the same thing where it tells you what the what
It
your
says 1d6. That's why I said I assume
just
that's
1
1
die
die
6. It doesn't say anything else.
6. And then plus 4s is probably strength, right?
Yeah, so it's 1 die 6 +4 because of your strength.
Okay.
And S is slashing, so that's the kind of
Slashing damage.
damage it does.
Okay, slash damage.
Nice.
That's 9. You kind of slash at
Yeah.
the pig's legs. It kind of buckles as one of its legs gets cut. And that was 9 damage, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Oryn.
Oryn is going to.
Oh wait, sorry, Gnorbash. You've got 2 more actions. I apologize. I keep forgetting.
Okay.
You've got 2
Thank
more
you.
actions should you wish to use them.
My bad, my bad.
No, I forgot as well.
Same. So did the pig actually fall down now, or is he still standing?
It kind of crumpled forward, but it's still standing. But he had kind of start nudging forward with the one front leg that's been badly damaged.
Okay. Can I do a attack of opportunity?
No, attack of opportunity works if someone moves past you in their turn or tries to move away from you, then you would do an attack of opportunity. So if the pig tries to move away from you, you get an extra attack in their turn, which an attack of opportunity is.
Okay. Can I use double slash then?
If it's one of your things, you can go ahead and use it. What is
Okay.
double slash? You get to slash with 2 weapons. What does it give you?
Yeah. You are wielding 2 melee weapons. Make 2 strikes, one with each of your 2 weapons.
The second one should get a minus, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it says a weapon that doesn't have that. No, that's agile trait. It says -2 penalty. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
So what that means is on the first one, you roll whatever the on your first attack roll, you roll whatever it says. I think it's +6. What was your second one?
That's +7.
+7, and the second one is +5 only.
Okay.
So it's 1 die 20 +7, and then your second attack will be 1 by 20 +5.
Are you using 2 melee weapons?
Yeah, a hatchet, and a short sword.
Okay, so the short sword, let me just check something.
It has P, so I assume that's for
Piercing,
pierce or something.
piercing damage.
So I can't slice. Okay.
Short sword is agile, so it would not take the -2 penalty.
Would that be your primary or your no? But it has to. One of the 2 weapons has to be an agile weapon. It's nothing to do with the penalty.
Yeah, if it's not agile, it takes a -2. But the hatchet is also agile, so
Okay.
both of them,
Okay.
it wouldn't take the -2 penalty for the second swing from your dual slash.
So you can go
Well,
ahead.
both are technically agile if I look at it now.
Go- Then you roll
Just
Ah.
+7.
+7, but you need to roll twice, one for each attack.
This is the die 6 again, right?
Die 20. Die 20 for attack, die 6 for damage. You need to roll for attack first to see if you hit. You need to roll a 12 or higher.
And this is +7.
Yes, +7 for your the
Short sword.
short sword. You got your short
Okay.
sword. Your second attack is +7, and the same with your hatchet. So both of those. Well,
This one
that's a
doesn't
hit, but
well.
barely.
And then the second die is a die 6. Or also
No, also
die
die 20. Also die 20 to see if you hit. So now you're trying to see if your attacks hit it. That's a die 20 +7. The first one was barely a hit. Second one also barely a hit. It's a hit, but barely. Now you roll your die 6, and then whatever your damage. Are both of them die 6 damage? I think they are actually.
Yeah, they are.
So then both of them you roll your damage. The one you said one of them is +1. One of them gets a +1 damage as well. Above and beyond the +4 for strength.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you have to mark one of your weapons as +1. It gets +1 to attack roll and +1 to damage. If one of those two is your +1 weapon.
Okay, that's fine. I'll make one of them the plus weapon after this.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. That's 8. And then your second one. That's for your first weapon. The second weapon.
This is just +4.
Yep.
10.
So that's 18.
Very nice.
Cool.
Oops. Okay. First delete the the amount I had this almost gave this thing like super life. So I added the two numbers together. You kind of make the first up kind of hits the pig and it kind of dodges aside, blood spurting out. The second one takes off one of the kind of Venus flytrap's heads, it flies away, kind of green ichor spurting out, and the pig lets out a squeal. Bleeding quite profusely from the neck, from where you cut it, and also from the one of the flytraps that you managed to cut off. Sorry. Now, do you want to take another attack? You have one third action. You want to take another action? I apologize. I think it's +3 is your third one. Should you wish to use it?
Yeah, I'll just use a normal strike with the hatchet.
Okay, perfect. Again, 1 die 20 +3. And you swing and you miss. Sorry. Oryn, it is now your turn.
I would like to cast Needle Darts.
Yay!
Pursue it.
Needle darts!
Needle darts!
I'm going to rename this series to Needle Darts, Needle Darts, Needle Darts.
Oh, yes, see, that was
Which
almost
skill?
roll for one.
That's a hit.
Very cool.
Go ahead and roll for damage. 3 die 4 if I remember correctly.
3d4.
Yeah.
1 for each. Sorry.
That's rough.
You could use a hero point to
Not
reroll that
nice.
if you want to.
Would
Good
it be worth
point.
it? Would it really be worth it? And you're getting another attack now.
Probably not
You still
for
did
this
damage.
one.
It's up to
Probably
you.
not for this enemy. Just gonna say, it only has 12 AC. It's not that tough.
Yeah, no, I'll leave it.
As your kind of 3 needle darts hit it in the side, it kind of squeals and turns to the side, also bleeding quite profusely. The 2 heads that are left, the Venus flytraps, one turns towards Gnorbash and one turns towards you. You can go ahead and make your next action.
I would like to throw one of my javelins
Go ahead and make the roll. I'm not sure what the plus is. This is your first attack because you haven't made an attack as yet. Needle dots, how many things is it? Is it one,
Two.
dude? Two. Okay, so this is your final action then. Of course, the needle
Yes.
dots is 2 actions. So yeah, go ahead. But you still use your first, because your first actual attack.
Yeah.
You still use your first.
So +7.
Yeah.
D20. Oh.
Ooh.
You throw your javelin and it flies, and it misses, landing on the ground next to it.
Hmm.
Evara is next.
Evara would like to rage.
You want to rage? Go ahead.
So she enters rage, grabs a battle axe with both hands, and then charges in to attack this thing. So rage is one action. The move forward is free, and then she can probably take
Yeah.
2 swings at it.
Yeah. Yeah, you sent roll your first one first. Let me quickly get back to the screen so you can see what you're. Let's see what I can see what you're doing. That's a very palpable hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. How do you want to do this?
15. It's actually 15 damage, but yeah. So as Evara runs closer, she's gonna dip the axe low and cut up. So it's gonna cut through like half of the pig, taking off half of the pig's body as well as all the Venus flytraps.
Lengthwise or
From
lengthwise?
the front to the back. So as she charges past, just like
Lengthwise.
dragging the axe through the pig.
Kind of runs past, dragging the axe, it kind of splits in half. You just see gore, and on the inside of the pig, you see all these tendrils like reaching out, like roots, and all these kind of growths inside it, kind of reaching out before they'll wither and die. And the corpse falls apart, and this really like disgusting pool stench kind of comes through it. There we go. And with that, you'll kind of stand back, kind of stunned at what just happened. And what would you like to do?
Examine the crumbling house.
Okay.
When this thing died, like, is there anything of like left of it? Is there anything?
It's lying. It's lying there like blood and gore and guts and growths, all kind of there. Yeah, it's still lying. The corpse is still there.
Would I need to roll to see if there's anything of value on the?
Roll perception. I'll allow it. Roll perception.
Wow.
Wow, Oryn.
You kind of
Really
look
want
through-
to grave rob this pig.
Yeah.
Okay, so the initiative we can I can remove. It did remove it. Okay, cool. When I took it down, it was gone. Okay. When you can kind of look and try and look at it without touching anything, you do notice that there is. It looks like a weird seed, kind of where all the growths are coming from, in the one side of the body. All the growth seems to be coming from there. It seems kind of like a little seed that was inside the body, kind of in the stomach area.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, there's nothing of value.
So there's nothing else with the body I can do with,
Nope.
like. Okay. Would I know if anything will happen if I touch the seed?
Roll an nature check.
A nature check.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Oh,
You can't notice anything about the seed. It looks a little bit strange, but other than that, it pretty much just could be any seed, kind of black in color, but that's about it. Would anyone else like to do anything?
Examine the house. Probably Evara first. She's like the closest.
Is everyone happy with that?
Yeah, cool.
I'm happy with that. Can I
Yeah.
break sorry, before we move on, can I maybe break off a piece of I don't know, like my bedroll or something, or
Yeah. And then?
just to pick up the seed.
So you kind of pick up the seed, but there's a whole bunch of all these growths. There is all these growths coming out of it. So there's a whole bunch of kind of like tendrils coming out of it. So there's quite long attachments and that were growing throughout the body and the muscles and stuff. So it's kind of pretty attached unless you want to try and cut it loose.
I actually want to call somebody else over here to come have a look. Does anybody else have good nature checks?
Let me have a look. I've
I have a
got
+2. So no.
I've got a +6. Do you want me to come and have a squiz?
Yes, I would.
Where-
Before I start
Where
touching things.
are in there? Okay, so right, let me give a hand.
I don't want to
Silas
end up.
notice Silas kind of pull up his lips and kind of shiver when he sees what you're doing.
Oh my soul!
Yikes.
I need to. Okay, can I use my
Hero
whatever?
point. Hero
Yes.
point. Remove a hero point and go ahead and roll again. You
Okay.
can't roll lower than that.
Yeah, lower than a 1. Like heaven help me. Really.
And remember, you
It's
roll with
with
advantage.
advantage.
Say
So click
again.
on the ADV button. You roll with advantage, so click on the ADV button.
Okay. Holy Moses. Okay. 18. That's way better.
Yeah. Remember to move a hero point. You kind of can see what you can see of this seed is nothing you've ever seen before. It doesn't look like anything natural. Well, you wouldn't know about this place. You don't know much about here.
I was going to say, remember, I'm from Fairy.
But judging from fairy standards, you've never seen anything like this before. Ow, ow, ow. So I got the notifications beeped in my ear really loudly. So what you do notice is this doesn't look like anything you are aware of that exists in fairy. You're not just sure about this world, but in fairy, there's nothing that you've ever seen looking like this. It does not seem natural.
Okay.
Also, just as a side note to Oryn, would you trust Silas to eat this thing?
Probably not.
No, why would I give it to him to eat it?
Then don't pick it up.
Why?
Don't you have little containers?
Just saying, like, don't
Yeah.
pick it up. If you wouldn't feed it to Silas, maybe don't pick it up.
Well, I mean, Silas isn't Chuffy. He doesn't just go around eating things.
Hey, Chuffy finds that a feint.
Chuffy's
he
not
could
here
understand.
right now.
Yeah, Silas is really looking at you with like a really disgusted look on his face. He looks at the seed and the bug and the seeds and kind of looks at you and just looking at this like really disgusted look on his face. Like trying to smile when he sees you noticing and looking at you, like tries to smile, but you can see his face looks really disgusted at what you're doing.
I should still have some jars on me, I'm sure. Would I
Yeah,
not?
That's what I asked you.
May have.
Let me cut it out and put it in one of the jars, I think is a good idea.
Okay, you can cut it out and put it in your jars, add it to your inventory. Seed in jar.
I've just been adding this to the notes, if that's all right.
Whatever you're comfortable with, it's perfectly fine. Just as long as you remember to look there in
Yes.
future that you don't. Because I just say generally add it to your inventory because when you open up your page, your inventory is right there. But if you want to rather
Yeah.
add it there, that's perfectly fine. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Can I roll for Evara investigating the house now?
Yes.
Can I switch the map to the house? Is everyone
Yes.
happy with that?
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Cool.
So no
Again,
perception roll from Evara.
well, hold on. I can't see anything while it's loading a scene, so please don't roll anything yet.
Excuse me. Oh,
Bless
excuse
you.
me. Thank you. Oh, my
Bless you.
thank you.
That's an interesting looking crop circle.
In the house.
No, it's outside the house.
I'm
Again, you wouldn't be able to see
joking.
that from where you are.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get you guys back in here. Characters, Gnorbash, boom. Guys, you can go ahead and make yourselves a little bit smaller, please. We don't mind adding everyone. If you just click on your character, there's two things on the side you can just use to make yourself smaller. Boom. Thank
Hey, what are you
you.
rolling for?
Boom. Where is, there you go. Boom. And I need a Silas. Where did Silas disappear to? There he is. I'll do Lillith quickly. What size you guys make? So 3 foot? Whoa. And I've got 2 people working on this. That's not going to work.
Okay, yeah, I'll stop.
Guess it. Alpha quickly. I'll do Evara. Okay, there we go. Okay. You guys are kind of all standing around here. You guys can move yourselves into where you would be standing. I just put them on the screen. Evara would be closest. That's the only thing. Evara would be closest. Oh, Lillith is here. I was going to say, where's Lillith? Oh, she is here.
Where's the piggy body?
It'll be back on the
Okay.
other side of the fields.
Okay. But now we're heading towards the house. Okay.
Okay. There. Yep, that's fine. You do notice the day's morning's kind of heading on. It's kind of heading towards like 11, 12 o'clock now. Well, let's call it 10, 11 o'clock. Let's not be too hasty. 10, 11 o'clock. As you kind of approach the thing, excuse me. You see that there's a bunch of the porch is up. It's got a few pillars supporting it. It's covered, like I said, it's covered with ivy and rotten columns. There's all kinds of moss in it growing along the top. The door's kind of hanging open. You can kind of see inside the house. The windows do seem to be boarded up. But that's pretty much all that you can kind of see from here on the actual porch itself. Anyone want to do anything?
So, just to clarify again, the house, is this where the magic is strongest?
It's where you
Or is
got
that-
the most emanations from. Not necessarily strongest, but the most.
Okay.
Somewhere in this area. If it's coming from the house or the fields, you couldn't quite ascertain, but coming from somewhere along here. And then obviously at the bottom there's a dilapidated barn, which you can see as well, partly falling. As you can see, the side walls are kind of falling down as well.
Would I be able to sense if there's any ghosts here? Dead people, dead things besides the pig?
Roll me a perception check, please.
Mm.
Or hold on. Let me check your stats. Maybe we can find something better. Oryn. Yeesh. Undead law. No, undead law is not really going to work. Roll me a perception rather. Sorry. Rather just roll me a perception. Undead law is about the undead. You haven't found any undead, so right?
Is there something about your background though, Oryn?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Like
what do you
undead or something?
That was so almost a 20.
Right. My background.
because you have a connection with the dead, that's why I kind of said you felt the dead in the
Yeah. I don't know that anything in my background would necessarily help. I mean, it is,
that gave you undead law,
yeah,
but nothing more. Okay.
yeah.
You kind of feel like you do feel emanations or vibrations of death coming from the area. Further off, kind of towards the fields on the far side, is where you feel it the strongest. But it does kind of seem to be coming from the barn and from the house as well. Emanations of death, but it could just be that the people in the house died as well. And they do say it's haunted. You don't sense any undead or any spirits, but you do sense a general aura of death, which seems to be strongest coming from the far side of the house.
Oh, cool.
Anyone else want to do anything? Akari, let's go through the group. Did you relay this message to everyone, Oryn?
No, I didn't say anything yet.
Okay. Cool. Akari.
How steady does the house look?
Hmm?
Does the house look like it's gonna collapse in on itself as soon as you go in, or does it still look sturdy enough?
The outer walls look pretty sturdy as far as you can see. The porch looks terrible and the barn looks terrible. As far as you can see, the outer walls, they are vine encrusted and covered in moss, but they do seem relatively sturdy.
Think
Let me rather put
Akari,
they don't look damaged. Maybe that's a better way of putting it.
Akari and her summon are gonna investigate the barn a bit closer, so walk towards here.
Yeah, go ahead
And
and
then
go ahead and move. Okay, the two sections here you can ignore because that's kind of underground, which they wouldn't be here normally. This would just be ground here. So you don't have to avoid those. Okay, I'm going to get I'll get more information on the bond. Let me first find out what everyone else is doing. Alpha.
Alpha's gonna draw his sword and then walk up to the front door
Okay.
and start tapping the front part of the door with his sword.
Okay. Evara.
still being enraged, she's gonna charge through the front door.
Okay. You kind of rush the door and okay, maybe not that far, just about let's go to about there. The door kind of just collapses in dust around you. It wasn't very sturdy to start off with. So you kind of actually maybe should put you there. You're heading a lot further than you would have because you weren't quite expecting the door to be that crumbly. As you kind of clumble in, you find yourself inside a room. I'm kind of wondering, yeah, you can see there's in front of you there's quite a large room. The internal walls are mostly crumbling and seem to be partly collapsing. There's practically no furniture; it's either been destroyed or kind of stolen. Probably the hearth where the fire should be is dead and growing plants and vegetables. There probably was smaller rooms, but you can't see it. There is a ladder that leads up to the floor above you can see, which looks relatively sturdy. And you can see there are some holes in the ceiling. And there's a large cage sitting in the southeastern corner of the actual room. That's about all you can see. Gnorbash. No, southeast would be over here. No, southeast, yeah, because I flipped it on its side. You're right. Sorry, you're right. Yeah. Sorry, I flipped it on its side, yeah. To make it display better. Gnorbash.
Gnorbash is also going to go explore the barn.
Okay, he's going to head towards the barn as well. Okay, cool. Lillith.
I will just be observing for now.
From
Until,
where?
well, do I have, I want to have a little bit of a view of both groups, if that makes sense. Like between,
Somewhere over here, maybe then?
yeah. Okay, I'll move myself there. So can I see into the barn and the house from here, or not really? I can hear them.
Yeah, you can't really see into the house because you don't really have line of sight this way.
Okay.
You can see the
I
barn
can hear them.
because remember, like I said, oopsie, let's move, change my tool. This here is actually just grasslands, grasses, and fields as well. These two
Okay.
maps here aren't actually here. They would kind of be underground if you went that way.
Okay.
Oryn.
Oryn is going to, I think, Oryn is going to head in the same direction as Alpha. I think lingering outside for a little bit still. I don't know if she can roll for perception to see if there's anything on the other sides of the house.
As in inside?
No, not inside, more like outside, like more towards the fields.
Well, you wouldn't be able to really see through the house from where you are. And the house is kind of in the way of you seeing the. What do you mean the field's completely on the other? Yeah, you wouldn't be able to really see the fields completely on the other side from where you are.
Okay,
The house is kind of in the way.
Okay, cool. Let me see. I don't think it's necessary to do it in the house for now. Let me move. If I move here,
Yeah.
would I be able to see somewhat?
Yeah. What you can see is basically there's the fields there are very, very high, very, very thick. You can't really see through them. But you do see there is quite a hectic, like I said, where everything else kind of looks dilapidated. These part of the field seems to be really, really well taken care of, well tended, but it hasn't been cut because the stalks go like 8 foot, 10 foot into the air. They're huge, massive stalks. You can kind of vaguely see there is an entrance, but you can only see, you'd be able to just see like this part up to about here. You do see there's some kind of structures here, but you can't quite really make out what they are. With that, I'm going to head back to the barn, to the people busy heading towards the barn. You can see the barn looks very dilapidated and broken down. Parts of the walls are gone. The roof is kind of caved in. There's bird droppings and kind of strange red stains all over the walls and on the roof rolling down. It kind of smells like it's decaying. It does look a bit wet. There's a lot of moss, a lot of moss growing on it. But that's about all you can see from where you are.
What would I need to roll to identify the red stuff?
You can roll perception. Maybe go a little bit. You probably need to go a little bit closer.
Can Gnorbash join with the perception check?
Of course, of course. You guys can each make your own perception check. Okay. So go ahead and make a perception check. It's 1d20 plus perception. Okay. Gnorbash, go ahead. Okay. Gnorbash, you kind of, for you, it seems like it's just kind of a red goo. You can't quite tell what it is. For Akari, you notice it's you can't quite make it out. It seems to be some kind of mold, some kind of matter. It does seem to be actually what do we call it? Like some kind of like almost looks like cast off skin or something. Some kind of like something that it's still wet though, but looks kind of like it feels kind of like snake skin when a snake takes off its skin but hasn't dried out yet. Kind of looks and feels that, and has a strange like acidy smell to it. It does seem like a strange oily sheen if you touch it.
Don't lick it.
Akari's gonna walk up this way.
Okay. Gnorbash?
She's just gonna tell Gnorbash that's like something skin or something.
That's what it feels like. I'm not saying that's what it feels like.
That's what she believes it is, and she's
Okay.
gonna leave it alone.
Okay. Cool. Gnorbash?
Gnorbash will unsheath his hatchet after Akari mentioned that and follow them.
Okay. That way. Cool. What you can see now is there's a bunch of like trellises here and an outhouse. You can probably see the outhouse, and there's some a bunch of red plants that seem to be growing here. Large, like palm, like leaves, and there's plants that are all growing there. There are a few barrels with water in them, and make a perception check. You can, Gnorbash, you can go ahead and make a perception check as well if you'd like.
Gnorbash is good for me.
1d20 plus your perception. 23, okay. That's also not bad. You hear a faint rustling in the leaves, in the plants. Akari, you hear a rustling and it's faint, like chirping noise, like a twittering noise. It seems to be coming from between the plants. There you go. But it does seem to be coming from. Sorry, let me try that again. That one around here. This strange chittering
noise.
It's like a chittering, like a high pitched. Again, I can't make sound effects because you guys can't hear them. But like a high pitched chittering noise. And with that, I'm going to switch back to Evara and them. Evara.
Is gonna climb the ladder.
Okay. Alpha.
Alpha's gonna head in the house. Is this a door here?
Yes.
Alpha's gonna. Sorry.
It's kind of hanging on its hinges, but yes, there is a door there.
Okay, Alpha's gonna kick open the door.
Yes, Alpha's going to kick open the door.
Breaching maneuver.
Lillith.
Hey, I'll move forward to where Gnorbash and Akari and them are.
Okay.
Can I also do like a
Perception.
perception?
Perception. Go ahead. Go ahead.
D20 plus 8. Yeah.
You pretty much hear the same thing that I said. I think you do notice the chittering. Seems to be multiple places. There seems to be multiple chitterings, but it is still coming from around about here. You do get very much the same. You just notice that it's more than one. It seems to be coming from multiple places at the same time. You're not quite sure if it's coming from the plants or something in the plants, but it does seem to be coming from there. Oryn.
Oryn is also going to move towards this side of the what's it called? This side of where they're looking.
Yep.
I
Just saw the DM rolling a 17.
yeah, I saw that as well. I'm a little bit scared. I
Oh my.
I don't think rolling perception would help.
Okay. Well, again, you've heard their things, but you don't kind of know what they were talking about.
I cast acid splash in that general direction. Everybody else died.
Wow. Wow.
I'm not taking any chances.
They are plants. Wouldn't your fire stuff work better?
I think acid or fire. I mean, I have I can cast acid splash as many times as I want.
Okay, what is your range on Acid Splash?
30 feet. So
And
that should cover everything just before Akari. Akari, I would suggest that
Well,
you
technically, that's a bit further than 30 feet, eh? Because the squares on here would be 5 feet.
Yeah.
So each square would be 5 feet.
yeah. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it'd be about here, actually.
Okay, I
Exactly to
see.
scale. This is slightly smaller scale, again, because you can't quite set it to the exact scale. If you look at this, where the squares are with the dotted lines, those are
Yes.
more accurate to the 30 feet, but it would be around about here.
Okay. I'm a little. I'm very scared, and I don't know what to do. I'm taking suggestions.
Okay,
Everyone.
so you're throwing acid splash. Okay, no, go ahead.
No. Wait. Not yet. I don't want
Go for
to.
acid splash. Do it. Do it. I'm game for this. I'm on board.
No.
You're gonna hit everything. There's just gonna be one row left. If anything is necessary, and it's gonna be in the last row. There's multiple skittering things, so you can kill everything. Just leave the last row.
One, yes.
If
Okay.
it kills anything, I mean, we don't know if it's bad or not.
True.
It could be squirrels.
Exactly.
It could be more apple juice.
Oh, apple juice
juice.
is friendly.
Exactly.
That apple juice is friendly.
Would it help at all if I made a nature roll?
You can make a nature roll.
Nat 1. It looks like a friendly squirrel.
No, something like that. Yeah, the friendly squirrel approach is like no. Excuse me. What you see is kind of the plants don't seem to be anything you're kind of that
What?
that comfortable with, but it does seem to be related to the flay leaf, which, as you know, is used as a narcotic. It is often used by the followers of Desna to enter trances, to enter her world. These do seem to be slightly mutated, but it does seem to be related to the flay leaf plant, especially with the large leaves. Just that just used burned, it does cause mild vision, supposed to be, and helps relax, but it can be distilled to create quite a powerful hallucinogenic.
Okay,
So that's
No,
what the
no.
family it's of. So it's not that specific plant.
It seems to be related to that plant. It's probably not exactly that plant, but it's as close as you, because you don't really recognize this, you're not familiar with it, but that is the closest you kind of can. It does seem close. You kind of like, different roses and that you can know the difference. It does seem to be related to that, but not exactly that. It does seem to be slightly mutated, or a slightly different variant, but it does seem to be somehow related to that.
Okay. Oryn is then quickly going to tell Silas to stay there, and she's stop rolling things. I'm terrified. Okay, she's going to just move closer and see if she can cut off some of the leaves of the plants to keep.
Okay. While you're busy there, okay, Silas, you want to stay where he is. I shouldn't move Silas. You're correct. Is that correct?
Yes, sorry.
So Silas must stay where she is. Alpha, the room you kind of break into seems to be, again, there's kind of the walls are kind of clattering, the doors fallen down. You can silently beg into the room. There seems to be tables and stuff on it in the room. Again, there's holes in the ceiling. Evara went up into the ladder, and you're kind of on the top in the ceiling, looking down, and all you can see is basically this wooden planks in the ceiling. But there are all over the place little holes that you can see through. So that ceiling's kind of, and the roof is also kind of patchy. There's a bunch of holes in the roof as well. But that's about all you can see from up there. You don't know if you really want to walk through there, because kind of walking through there would pretty much, as far as you know, cause you to kind of collapse through it. But the if you have a look there, there's nothing much to see in the ceiling up there. It was probably used at some point to put stuff in the ceiling. That people tend to dry stuff up there, but in this moist weather, you're not quite sure how they do that. But there's nothing much up here for you to see now, right now. I'm going to kind of move her to kind of here. So what would you like to do, Laura?
Is she in the roof now, or did she go back
She's
down?
standing on this. No, she's standing on the ladder, looking into the ceiling. That's what she kind of saw.
Isn't that the ladder though?
Sorry, that's the ladder. Oh yeah, I was talking about the southeast corner. There you go. There you go.
Okay, cool. So she's just gonna slide down the ladder and then follow.
Cage was over
Alpha.
here. I apologize. The cage was over here. You're right. And follow
Alpha.
Alpha. Okay. Back to you guys. As you kind of lean forward to reach it, you hear a chittering and a buzzing noise.
I knew it! Evil applesauce. Apple cider vinegar.
And 4 sturges burst out of the plants and start heading towards you. One kind of heads that way. They kind of see you. The other one kind of heads this way. And kind of clutter there. It's like bursting. Silas kind of lets out its Screech. And we don't have enough time for the battle, so we will be ending there tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Should have gone for your acid splash.
Yeah, I thought
You
I
should-
could get something out of it at least.
You should have gone for your acid splash. You would have got 3 out of the 4, and you would have done damage to them. But
You can still do acid splash though.
you can. But
Now
that'll
that
have
you
to
know what
be
it is and it's not
next week.
innocent squirrels.
Oh well.
Could have been squirrels. Tricky.
Well, ladies and gents,
Lillith.
have an